outfit is new.
This old rat? No, I must have had this thing for at least an hour.
What's the occasion?
No occasion. I just decided I needed a boost. So I went shopping. Anyway, it's great to see you again, Ernie. You take care now.
Yes.
Oh, is that ex-husband of mine around?
Darn it, no. But you know Trapper, he'll be back tomorrow. He had to go to Sacramento to a medical convention.
Good.
Hi, Stan. Stanley.
What?
Where were you?
What do you mean, where was I? I was nowhere. I was thinking.
Figures.
Gates, if you got a minute.
To tell you the truth...
Question. Why does my bronchial asthma patient start wheezing when I show him a flower?
Allergic to flowers.
Not according to the skin tests.
What do you want from me, Stan? So it's a psychosomatic reaction.
I mean, supposing that the patient has some sort of undiscovered chemical imbalance, genetic flaw, and suppose I were to find a magic bullet that could help to prevent asthma, ulcers, migraines, rashes.
They'd give you the Nobel Prize.
Not only that, Dad would be proud of me.
There you go.
See, I've been working on this project for months now, and I've got hundreds of case histories, but what I need now is the ultimate subject. One agonized human being whom I can study, treat, and test. You follow me, Gates? But I just don't know where to look.
Stan, did you ever read The Bluebird?
No, but it sounds exciting.
Not only that, it's got a moral. The Bluebird points out that happiness is in your own backyard. Look behind you.
What?
Biedermeier, king of the accident prones.
Biedermeier. Biedermeier, of course! Accidents can be psychosomatic. Must be in his case. Gates, I don't care how odd other people think you are. In my book, you're tops. Thanks, buddy. Jackson!
Dr. Gates, report to the information desk in the lobby.
$1.50 for your thoughts.
Wow, talk about inflation. Hi, Gonzo.
How you doing, Mrs. McIntyre?
Oh, come on.
Hi, Melanie.
Much better.
If you're looking for Trapper...
Oh, no. You're the one I wanted to see.
Okay. I'm over here.
Gonzo, I wanted to ask your advice, but you mustn't laugh at me.
I won't laugh.
I mean it. If you laugh, I'll just die.
Melanie, I won't laugh.
I think I'm pregnant.
Oh, no.
Crazy, huh? A divorced woman, my age, 2 grown kids.
Who's the father? I mean... You're kidding.
Would I kid about a thing like that? Can you imagine what he's going to say?
You haven't told him yet?
No. I don't dare tell him. At least not until I'm sure. Which is where your advice comes in, Gonzo. I'll need a terribly discreet gynecologist.
Al De Palma. He's the best in the business. In fact, he's probably in his office right now. Why don't you let him do a pregnancy test? He'll have the results back in no time at all.
Let's do it.
Mrs. McIntyre.
Dr. Riverside, hello.
Well, hello. What in the world are you doing up here?
Well, actually, Oh, my goodness, look at the time. Gonzo, I've got to run. Thanks for everything.
My pleasure.
Bye, Stanley.
Bye.
Any questions, call me or Dr. De Palma.
Al De Palma, OBGYN?
Mm-hmm.
Gates. She's pregnant, right?
How do I know, Stan? I'm a cardiovascular surgeon. Anyway, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in emergency.
Well, I was, but I do have other patients. Wait a minute, Gates. She's not really pregnant, is she?
Forget it, Stan. You're supposed to be studying Biedermeier.
I am. I was. He's resting now. By the way, he's agreed to let me make all the tests I want. I told him I'd get him written up in the Journal of American Medicine. I promised to make him another typhoid Mary. He was overwhelmed.
I don't blame him.
Now, I'm going to need all the help I can get, so I put you down as a consultant.
Now, wait a
No
minute.
need to thank me. It's the least I can do for a colleague. Gates. She's really pregnant, isn't she?
Butt out.
Trapper.
Ah, morning, Arnie.
Welcome back, old man. How was the convention?
Oh, well, you know, the usual. Long, boring. You know, I think maybe I'm getting a little too old for all that stuff.
Too old? That's not very likely, you old dog, you.
Pardon?
Well, I had dinner with Al De Palma last night, and he told me the good news. Well, it is good news, isn't it?
Good news? What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Trapper. Don't be coy. It's not exactly a secret. Well, congratulations anyway. You know, I'm very proud of you.
Jackpot, that isn't fair.
Who said gambling was fair? Is life fair? Come on, Brent Cousy, those are my odds. Take them or leave them. Boy or girl?
Okay, $5, girl.
Excuse me, this maternity pool private, or can anybody jump in?
Dr. McIntyre!
Well, what are you doing here?
I'm chief of surgery.
yeah, of course you are. Oh, surgery, I knew I'd forgotten something.
Is he all right?
Who?
Trapper, hey, you're back. We missed you.
Hey, well, hold on a minute. What's happening around here?
How do you mean?
Well, Slocum is all over me in the parking lot with congratulations about something or other, and Jackpot won't let me in the new maternity pool.
John, just the man I want to see. I had coffee with Al De Palma this morning. You need a box of really good Cuban cigars.
Come on, Stanley. You know I don't smoke. What the hell do I want with cigars?
He doesn't know? Excuse me.
What's going on?
Oh, De Palma must have assumed that you'd be the, well, at least the second to know. All right. It all started yesterday when Melanie came in.
Pregnant? Pregnant?
Well, she can't be sure. The tests aren't back.
Well, I mean, who's the father?
She thinks you are.
No way. I believe it's a gag, a joke.
Oh, good morning, Doctor.
Get me Bradshaw's department store.
Yes, sir.
Some high school kid out on a first date. A mature, sensible woman, right? Right. Hello? I would like to speak to Mrs. Melanie McIntyre, please. When? I see. Thank you. She's gone home. She was feeling queasy. Hold the fort. How did it happen?
That's what I love about you, Trapper. Your tender chit-chat.
How did it happen?
Well, as I understand it, you've got your bees and you've got your flowers.
So it's true?
Well, we're not absolutely positive yet.
I don't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Believe it. Think back to that lovely weekend we had celebrating the 5th anniversary of our divorce. Habequins. They're very hard to find. I had to look all over San Francisco for these.
Cravings already? What is that music?
I was wondering when you'd hear it. Remember?
Of course. We were, up on the coast of Oregon a long time ago. And we, sat under a tree. Quince, right?
We talked about the good days ahead. Family we'd have. How did it all get away from us so fast, Trapper? I've been lonesome since the kids grew up and moved away.
So you want another kid, huh?
I don't know. It would be an experience, I guess.
Trapper.
Oh, hi, Ernie.
She told you.
Yeah, she told me.
Scary?
Scary, sure. She's not a kid anymore. I mean, her age, always a chance of complications. It's not going to be a picnic.
No, not for openers. But what a banquet afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, Al. You know Ernie, Dr.
Yes, of
Palmer.
course.
I was just on my way to your office.
And I was on my way to yours.
Good news or bad?
I'm not quite sure, Trapper. I'm afraid the pregnancy was a false alarm.
That's the definitive report.
I thought you might want to tell Melanie.
Yes, of course. But wait a minute, what about the symptoms? I mean, how do you explain those?
At the moment I can. Would you ask her to come and see me again as soon as possible? Tomorrow morning, if she can make it.
Anything serious?
Well, that's what I want to find out.
Did you call the kids?
Yeah, I called the kids. Told them not to worry. Well, I couldn't get in touch with Kim. She'd left the sorority, so I had to leave her a note.
Oh, I hate hospitals. Did I ever tell you one of the worst things about being a doctor's wife is all the socializing you have to do in hospitals?
You told me.
Where we ought to be is out celebrating. I mean it. We've had our laughs. Now it's time to pull up our socks and face reality. Having a new baby at our age, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, don't you find it ridiculous?
Come on, Melanie, it's 14. Don't worry.
Some exchange. A new baby for a pair of stirrups. And I'm not worried. I know what caused it.
You do?
Sure. It was emotional. I got into a real screaming match with that daughter of ours the other day. She's such a child, and she thinks she's so grown up. Guess what she wants to do now? Quit college.
Oh, boy.
She wants to be useful. She says we've held her down long enough. She says you don't need an education in this chaotic world of ours. What you need is commitment.
I'll talk to her.
Would you? She listens to you.
Interrupting anything? No. Go on in. I was just leaving.
Leaving? I thought you were my doctor.
Not this time, sweetheart. But don't worry. I'll be around. Happy trails.
He's just trying to be funny about stirrups.
Trapper. She's been admitted, huh?
Yeah. Gonzo and De Palma are in there with her now. I decided to stay out of it. Emotional involvement, you know.
I'm really so sorry, Dr. McIntyre, that things didn't work out.
It's all probably for the best.
Oh, sure, of course.
Yeah, well, excuse me,
I thought you said Gonzo and Dr. De Palma were in there with her.
They are.
Asked for a third opinion, did they?
Well, no, not exactly. I just thought I'd make sure that...
I see what you mean by emotional involvement.
Oh, come on, Ernie.
They're the best in the business, Trapper. Melanie doesn't have a thing to worry about. Trust me, trust them.
You two may have all the time in the world to stand around, but I've got work to do.
Uh-oh.
Shoop! What are you doing up here? I told you Biedermeier's roommate checked out.
Stanley, would you stop acting like a child? What can happen to the man right here in the hospital, surrounded by
Dr. Riverside, report to room 310. Stat.
I knew it.
Now what happened? Well, he got his neck caught in the bed.
How?
Well, we think he misplaced his remote control, got up to change the TV, tripped over a urinal, and jammed his head between the mattress and the frame. Gangway!
Oh, hi, Daddy.
Kimberly?
That's what he calls me when he's being severe. Daddy. Hi. Daddy, meet Hank. Hank's my old man.
How do you do?
Oh.
Little generation gap there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kimberly, it's nice of you to come all the way over here, but you didn't have to, really. Told you your mother was all right.
You did?
Yeah, I left a note for you at the sorority house.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't check in last night. As a matter of fact, we were up until dawn arguing, weren't we?
Yes. It seems you've raised a very stubborn daughter. I told her that was no way to win friends and influence people.
Depends on what she was being stubborn about.
What I was being stubborn about was living my own life. Mom and I got in this huge argument over whether or not I should quit school. And Warren G. Harding over here went to absolute shock. He said I had to apologize to her because mothers are sacred and all that jazz.
Not sacred. Human.
Whatever. Anyway, he finally won. So I said I'd apologize, but I wanted to consult with you first, so I... Wait a minute. What do you mean Mom's all right?
Well, she had some problems, and her gynecologist thought it might be a good idea if you ran some tests. She's upstairs right now.
Daddy, it's not...
Oh, no, nothing serious, just routine. She thinks it's all emotional, so an apology from you might go a long way in clearing this whole thing up. Maybe you could just tell her that you've changed your mind about quitting school.
But I haven't.
Here we go again.
Okay, I'll apologize for fighting, and I'll consider staying in school. Okay?
Okay.
Can I see her now?
Mm-hmm. What's happening?
Hi.
Oh, nothing, John. Come on in. We're finished.
Melanie, would you like a visitor?
Oh, Kim, it was my fault.
No, it was my fault, Mom.
I
Listen.
don't know why I drive you so
Oh,
crazy. I love you.
Trapper, could we speak to you for a minute, please?
No, it's my fault. Listen, I tried to get in touch with you. Are you okay, Mom? I'm sorry.
They're both doing fine. There's nothing to worry about now. Why don't you just go on in, okay? Okay, what's the story?
Well, actually, Gonzo and I haven't made a final determination yet. However, we did feel a pelvic mass.
Cystic?
We've scheduled a sonogram for this afternoon. That should tell us something.
Considering Melanie's age and past medical history, John, surgery may be in order.
What do you think?
I agree. There is one problem, though. Her blood pressure's been elevated ever since she was admitted.
It could be a hormone-producing tumor.
Well, I don't know. She's been very upset about Kim. And that could be what's causing the pressure problem. But we've worked that out.
Listen, my friend, there are words for men who let women support them. Now, I don't know what your squalid little trade may be, but if you think my daughter... You're a doctor? Oh, my God.
An intern.
Here?
Across the bay. I'll find another phone.
You ought to be committed. That man's a doctor.
All right, so he's a doctor. You married a doctor.
I did, yes, but the doctor didn't marry me. The doctor was already married to his career. Kim, you're the one who's always talking about finding your identity. How much identity do you think you'll have as a doctor's wife?
Hank is different.
Baloney! Trapper was different. But you know how lonely I was. You grew up with it.
Look, I don't care. Hank wouldn't just...
Wouldn't what? Wouldn't leave you the second duty call? Well, where the heck is he now?
Well, I might too happy.
Oh,
girl.
shut up. Kim, listen to me.
Forget it. I'm through listening. That's my trouble. I listen too much. From now on, the whole wide world can just butt out. It's all your fault. If she had married a doctor, she wouldn't be so bigoted.
Six to 7 centimeters. Complex pelvic mass.
Semicystic, semi-solid. John, we're going to have to take it out. If it ruptures, it could be a mess.
Hysterectomy?
I wouldn't think so, unless, of course,
I don't want to hear it.
So, with the Chief of Surgery's permission, we'll reserve a room and get on with it.
Yeah, well, there's the rub. The Chief of Surgery does not give his permission.
But, John, surely you realize how dangerous a situation this is.
I do.
Well, if you understand that...
I also understand the patient a lot better than you do. She is in no shape to go through a major operation.
Right, you're worried about her blood pressure. So are we. We're working on it. We started her on medication.
Is she responding?
She seems to be.
Seems to be is not good enough. I think we'd all be a lot better off if we waited until we really got that blood pressure under control. Man, I want everything to be just right.
Look, Trapper.
Her emotions are working against us. We cannot resolve her anger and frustration over Kim with medication.
Maybe Kim is the only one who can resolve that. Have you talked to her?
I can't find her to talk to. She's left the sorority. I mean, if those two have run off...
John, now about the surgery.
Postpone it. I will not be a party to this.
Now what?
Kids.
Parents.
Yeah, they're a real trial.
We'll give it some feeling here. Whose side are you on anyway?
I'm on your side. I just wonder if sometimes we're doing the right thing.
Listen, nobody dictates to me. I'm perfectly capable of making my own decisions.
True. But on the other hand...
Hank, do you want to marry me or don't you?
I want to marry you.
Okay, let's get on.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't say it.
Where do you think you're going?
See? One little word out of me and everybody does as he pleases. I'm going home, okay?
Does Trapper know about this?
I'll tell Trapper later.
Like when?
Like after I found my daughter and kept her from ruining her life. She's actually planning to marry that hamburger.
Well, maybe she is, but...
Over my dead body she is. Doctors aren't human. Present company excluded, of course.
I don't usually get involved in family squabbles, but lady, you leave now, and that's exactly where the marriage is going to take place, over your dead body.
Gonzo, please. There's nothing wrong with me that helping my daughter won't cure. Don't talk to me about any more tests.
I won't. We've taken all the tests we need. You have a pelvic tumor. It could rupture or twist at any time. It could even be malignant. We need your permission to perform the surgery as soon as your blood pressure is under control. Tomorrow, if possible.
Trapper, is this true?
What?
About the tumor.
Yes, it's true.
Well.
No. No surgery. I have to talk to Kim. I know if I talked to her, I could straighten her out.
Melanie, I'll make a deal with you. If you'll consent to the surgery, I will bring Kim here for a talk.
Trapper told me no one knew where she was.
I'll find her.
Okay. It's a deal.
Excuse me.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
She has to have the surgery, Trapper.
And who do you apologize to if she doesn't survive it?
She'll survive it. We'll be watching her blood pressure carefully.
No, by making promises you can't keep. Look, I have been calling all over this town for hours. Nobody has either seen or heard from either one of those kids. I mean, they could be in Timbuktu by now. So how do you bring them back, huh?
I'll do it.
She trusts you. Don't abuse it.
Trapper, I'm telling you, I will bring Kim back.
Good luck.
What was that all about?
Mrs. McIntyre says you scheduled her for surgery tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow, is that wise?
You're going to bring Kim back before then?
Nonsense, the girl's disappeared.
How are you going to find her, Gonzo?
I wish I knew.
Look, I'm off duty as of right now. Let me help.
You can't. You promised to watch Biedermeier for me.
Great. I need all the help I can get.
On the other hand, what does it matter? The whole experiment's a failure anyway.
Where do we start?
One catastrophe after another.
How about our
Take
sorority
this morning. I left him alone for 5 minutes. What happened? He went to smell a flower, and a bee flew up his nose.
Yeah, my name's Gates. This is Miss Brancusi. We're looking for a young woman named Kim McIntyre.
You too? Join the club.
Oh, then she hasn't reported back yet.
Not today. We're about ready to call the police. Or are you the police?
Oh, no, we're friends of the family. Miss,
Ellen.
Ellen, you wouldn't happen to know if she had any close friends, would you? Anybody she might have confided in?
Well, I'm a roommate, and she certainly didn't confide in me.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry. Oh, there was one thing. Well, I don't suppose it means much.
Well, why don't you tell us anyway?
Well, Kimmy dropped by for a minute to pick up a book. And she seemed awfully mad about something. She asked me if I knew where people could buy out-of-town newspapers, so I told her about this little stand on Peach Street.
Did she buy a newspaper?
I think so. Yes, I'm sure she had one when she came back. Wait a minute. I'll see if there's one on the rack.
Don't hold your breath.
I won't.
Yes, here it is.
Reno.
Gambling?
Or marriage.
There's a difference?
Here, look.
Oh, Gonzo.
All right, let's get to the airport. Thanks. Wait for us.
Dearly beloved, up and at 'em. Welcome. Come in. I'm the Reverend Perkins.
Hello.
This is my wife and daughter. Now, we'll put you through the ceremony in just a few minutes. You'll be back in your car on your way to the honeymoon. Just about to the groom to your left, the bride to the right.
No, actually. We don't want to get married.
No, actually, we're looking for a young couple that might have stopped by earlier. Kimberly McIntyre and Hank Johnson. Do you remember them?
Johnson. Johnson, certainly. Young, nice-looking fella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dear one, you remember them.
They're married then.
Oh, thoroughly.
Well, that beats us.
Well, I don't suppose they told you where they were staying.
No. Or did they?
Oh, it may be in the marriage registry, precious. I'll just take a look. Now, let's see here. A Gallucci, but yes, here it is. Catherine and George Johnson.
Oh, Kimberly and Hank. Henry.
No, they signed it Catherine and George.
Reverend, what did the young lady look like?
Oh, pretty, 18 or 19, about so tall.
Why would they change their first names? Do you remember anything else about them? Anything they said or did, or?
No, I don't think so.
You mean apart from their being black?
Black.
Black, yes. And beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Well, they must have tried another chapel.
Reverend, can I use your phone?
Sure, it's right over there.
Thank you.
Melanie, this may hurt a bit, so just try to relax. I'm sorry. Peritoneal signs. She has an acute abdomen.
How's her BP?
It's still elevated.
All right. Do it.
I've already arranged for the OR, but I can't locate Gonzo, and Dr. Feldman's son is being bar mitzvahed.
I'll assist if it's okay with you.
Good.
How you feel?
Like somebody tied me over the end of a cannon and lit the fuse.
It's surgery time, Mel.
Oh, fine with me. This pain is ridiculous. Where's Kim?
On her way. She'll be here when you wake up.
You wouldn't kid a girl in my condition, would you, McIntyre?
Hey, it just looked like the face of a kidder. Don't say it.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Here. They haven't registered at any of the major tourist spots. Couldn't reach the marriage license bureau. I'm gonna run down to the courthouse. You wait here. They may still show up. If they do, hold them. County courthouse. Hurry. Married.
What? No.
Well, where have you been?
What have we been? We've been on the lousy road, that's where we've been. I don't know about fixing flat tires to open a garage.
All right, we'll worry about that later. If we hurry, we may be able to make the 6 o'clock flight.
What, are you crazy? What are you talking about?
Your mother's going in for surgery, Kim. It's going to be a tough one, and she wants to talk to you first.
Surgery for what?
A pelvic tumor.
No. Is it malignant?
We don't know, but it could be. Come on. Gloria. Look, you go ahead. I'll get the car fixed and I'll drive back. Come on! You go ahead to your mom. I'll see you.
How's her pressure?
170 over 110. I gave her something to bring it down.
Coker. Ah, there we are. like a dermoid cyst.
Oh, boy, let's hope that's all it is.
How's it going?
Slowly.
Any word from Gonzo, Kim?
Not yet. She's awake. She's asked me to send Kim in.
All right. I'll talk to her.
Daddy!
Baby.
Daddy! They told us downstairs she's already been to surgery. I'm so sorry I wasn't
Okay.
here.
Everything's okay. No problem.
None?
It was benign.
Can I see her?
You bet you can see her. Ernie?
Sure. Come this way.
Well, I owe you.
2 lunches. I paid Monday and Tuesday.
Where'd you find her?
Reno.
They're not married. At least not yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
Means you can lead a girl to her mother, but you can't make her change her mind. She says she's going to marry Hank as soon as she sees Melanie's out of danger.
We asked her to at least lie a little, but she won't. I just hope we haven't made things worse by bringing her back.
No, not at all. I'll handle it.
The important part is that you came to your senses. At least you're not married. Oh, Ernie, stop clucking.
Mom, go to sleep. Get some rest. We'll talk about it in the morning, okay?
We'll talk about it now. I want to know what your plans are.
You're not going to like them.
Are you or are you not going back to college?
Mom...
Tell me.
Okay, I'm not going back to college. I was worried to death about you, but you're all right now. Mom, I've got my own life to lead and my own man to marry, and that's what I'm going to do, just as soon as I can get to him.
No, you're not.
You bet she isn't. Not now, not later, not ever, right?
Wrong.
What did he say?
He said wrong.
What did he mean wrong?
Melanie, there is no way on this earth that you can predict the failure of one marriage by the failure of another. In any event, you have no right to keep her from taking risks. Risk is growth. You can warn her, but you've got to let her go.
Hear that? Listen to this man.
And you, young lady, are a fool. But if you really love Hank, the first thing you better do is stop putting him down. I mean, whatever gave you the idea that he wants a free meal ticket? I mean, he looks healthy enough to get through an internship on his own.
Maybe he is. Probably he is. But I'm not about to waste the next 4 years of my life sitting in a classroom.
Aha. Well, then, what about the next 8 months?
What?
Stay for the rest of the year. And we all sit down together and review the options, okay? Marriage, school, the whole business. Melanie?
Sounds fair. I could live with that.
Kim?
I want him to need me.
Honey, what he needs is an educated equal. Can't you see that?
I guess so. Okay. For 1 year.
Trapper's a good stepfather. I'm sure father-in-law is actually what he is. Here they come. I'll see you later, Gonzo. Good luck. Thanks. Hi.
Did you get the car washed for this special lady here?
It's all washed, gassed, new tires. It's a regular Cleopatra's barge. You're looking well, Mrs. McIntyre.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson.
Melanie.
Thank you, Hank.
Thank you, Daddy.
Okay, kiddo, she'll come around sooner or later, won't you?
Oh, I may and I may not. Just don't push your luck, Dad.
Gates. Wait there, I want to talk to you for a moment. Now wait right here. Don't move. Was that Mrs. McIntyre?
Mm-hmm. Discharged today. Biedermeier too, huh?
I had no choice. I will never know what makes that man so accident-prone. I finally just had to give up on the whole research paper.
So who's picking Biedermeier up? Relative? Friend?
No, he doesn't have anyone. He lives alone. I called a cab.
Could that be the answer?
What?
Well, I mean, maybe he just wants attention. Maybe that's what your paper should be about. You're proving that he's safe as long as somebody's watching him.
Of course. Of course, Gates, that's wonderful. You may have saved my entire project.
Stanley.
What?
Where's Biedermeier?